I gave you my heart.
Yo, what's up, Pride Nation? Back at you with another one on today. This is Noble Sports Entertainment, your home for breaking sports news and sports talk. Make sure you destroy that like button. No, make sure you smash that like button as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the Detroit Sports Alliance as well. Their links will be below in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this one, guys. All right, guys, we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions on today. The youth movement is in full effect. Definitely, man, we have been waiting for this for a long time. I know I have. I know last season we picked up LeGarrette Blount. Things did not work out with LeGarrette Blount like we thought that they would. And this season we ended up picking C.J. Anderson up. And only after a couple of games, the Lions decide to go with the youth movement. Now, I pretty much thought that the Lions would go with the youth movement next year. I didn't think that it was going to happen this year. But just the direction of the team, you just do not know what the Detroit Lions are up to and what they're trying to do to get the team better. I know the biggest goal for the Lions is to get into the postseason this year. And a lot of us as Detroit Lion fans want to see the Lions get into the postseason and make it into the postseason. And that's one of the key things. But to be able to run the ball is something that we have always dreamed about. Being able to get back to those great days when we had with Barry Sanders and a couple other running backs that did decent when they was with Detroit. But we never had a running back like Barry Sanders. But we got two guys, the Johnson & Johnson brothers, that I am really liking this youth movement. Ty Johnson doing some phenomenal things out there. We thought that the Lions would stay with C.J. Anderson, but they decided to part ways with him yesterday out the only two games and signing this guy for a year to be a veteran presence. It looks like him and Kerryon Johnson and Ty Johnson will be the youth movement in the back. And I'm really feeling that. I'm really liking it. I'm glad that the youth movement is in full effect. And Bob Quinn is doing the best to get this team better. So it must have been something that Bob Quinn really liked about this kid, because since day one, man, Ty Johnson has hit the ground running. And when Ty Johnson got on the team this year, a lot of us did not know whether or not he would make it. You know, we said one thing we were talking about is just saying that he had to make the special teams, or he had to do something significant to get himself in position to make the team. But not only did this kid make the team, he was impressing every week, making plays in the preseason and just doing things, little runs here and there, little spurts. But now he is being rewarded to being promoted to be the second running back on the team. So now you have the Johnson Express, Kerryon Johnson and Ty Johnson. I thought that this would happen next year, but everything is coming to fruition right now before your eyes, man. And if you're a Detroit Lion fan, you have to love this. We finally got another running back behind Kerryon Johnson that brings that swiftiness, that brings that speed, a little edgy out there. And you got to love what Ty Johnson is doing out there. This guy has played so phenomenal that the Detroit Lions decided to part ways with a veteran running back who has been known to have some great games. C.J. Anderson is known to have some great games, but the Lions decided that they no longer wanted his services and that they wanted to go younger. And I think that is the best decision for the Detroit Lions, is to go with the youth movement. Both Kerryon Johnson and Ty Johnson are only 22 years of age, so you can have these guys around for a while. Eventually, you'll have to pay Kerryon and you have to pay Ty Johnson as well to keep those guys together. But I think the Johnson & Johnson Express is going to be crazy once these guys get up and going, and both of these guys out there killing the defense. You know, Kerryon slicing and dicing through the defense, and then you got the speed and the swiftiness of Ty Johnson. So I definitely love this combination. I'm glad that it happened right now instead of having to wait for this thing to happen next season. The Lions mean business, man. We're trying to get into the playoffs. We're trying to change the culture. And I think that every move that we saw this season was to change the culture. Getting rid of guys like Zach Zenner, which was a fan favorite. We didn't want to do that, but we had to let go. We had to let go Theo Riddick. We had to get fresh faces in the backfield. And the Detroit Lions have done a great job of doing that and drafting well, man. Nobody knew that Ty Johnson was going to be the second running back behind Kerryon Johnson, and the season has just started. So I can't wait to see what Ty Johnson brings to the backfield. with Kerryon Johnson, but we now have the Johnson & Johnson Express, and I'm very excited to see what the team is going to go and what the team is going to do going forth. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to Noble Sports Entertainment, because on this channel, we talk sports, period. Peace.
I gave you my heart.